Hello all, welcome to iTutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the MMBC 007 Unit 1 subsection 6. We already started yesterday the new subject. Hope it was clear. And this is start with the profile of an effective communicator, a case study. It's a case study about the communicator. Let us now understand the profile of an effective communicator through a case study. Okay, so you just go through this case study from your IGNOU study material. It will be more easy. In case any doubts between this, you just read from your study material. Any doubts, you just contact us. Okay, because it's a case study, everything, the communication, the about the effective communication in business management. Okay, so this section is all about that. And next is the you attitude. An important dimension of business communication is you attitude of the speaker. Oh, so speaker's attitude towards everyone is very important in this business communication. The interest of the listener or receiver must be the informing principle of the message. Mr. A observed this by finally making the reluctant Mr. X keep back the pair till they hear from the head office. Mr. X would not have Mr. A's first reason, that is, hearing back from head office, for taking back the pair, but the second reason is that the shoes may get misplaced in the absence of a receipt that motivated Mr. S effectively. Okay, so Mr. A is successful in manipulating the whole situation effectively through his ability to communicate effectively, not just from his point of view, but from the listener's point of view too. An important aspect of Mr. A's communication is its tone of sincerity. The message must be perceived by the audience as a true and reliable statement of intentions. Next is important dimensions of business communication. So what are the important dimension in business communication? The most central player in this case study is Mr. X. So it's all based on the case study we discussed in the 1.6 subsession. So you just go through that case study, it will more clear. He is confident and persistent. He has a air of a well-dressed, relaxed multinational company executive, but he is not able to keep his cool while pressing his point. He flashes up. Instead of being a persuasive communicator, he tries to force the issue. To some extent, Mr. X's attitude is reflected in his dress choice of colors and the style of shorts and sandals. He is equally casual in his arguments. He jumps from one argument to another. First, the manufacturing defect, the second, and finally his own choice of not wearing something that looks odd. Mr. X's argument that he had noticed it but did not bother much is not very convincing. Moreover, if he did not bother much, then why should he accept other people's observations? Okay, so use of proper language also important in the communication. It's very simple subject is the communication. All of you know the importance of communication in business and clarity of the communication. So language is very important in this. One of the very basic dimension of effective communication is the knowledge and use of proper language for a specific purpose. Just as communication is always purposive, language is also purposive. Therefore, we have to study the relation between language and the purpose of its use. The purpose can be to inform, to persuade, to create, or to argue. One can use language by combining some of these purposes. One can inform as well as persuade. Some learners may think that as a communicator, Mr. G was more successful than others, for he is clear both about his role and purpose. He is polite, fame, and a better listener. Listening is also an effective form of communicating. So, the need of careful listening is important in between the communication process. Not communicating deliberately is, as in Mr. G's case, also purposive. He is strategic in his role to help resolve the problem at the conflicting stage. And Mr. G knows the strategy of effective communication. He does not contradict. He does not go about convincing Mr. X that there was no design or manufacturing defect. On the contrary, he points out that it was a deliberate patterned shape. Mr. G's communication strategy is to be noted. He does not directly tell Mr. X that it was not a second pair. Instead, he responds impersonally. He politely informed Mr. X about the company's policy. This impersonal communication is best suited to negative situation. And another strategy used by Mr. G is to divert the topic discussion or contention at a crucial juncture. And a few learners may consider Mr. B to be the most effective communicator. His brief has clarity of policy, is humorous and decisive, certain and firm, and above all, is prompt and unimposing in his role as a final advisor in the case. He offers specific guidelines to be followed by Mr. A according to the status of the customer. The other perspective is that Mr. V is professional in his advice. He communicates as a senior to a junior and should use assertive sentences. His advice to Mr. A appears to be an order rather than a piece of simple advice. He uses jargon to justify his discrimination between rich and poor customers. Customer is king is a cliche. So, of course, the customer is an important part of a business portion. And Mr. B's shrewdness is communicated through his use of jargon to apply common sense to marketing policy. A big and rich king to be saluted, and a small and poor king to be simply shown the door. So that's about the difference between the effective communication and poor communication. 7 C's of communication. What are the 7 C's? Clarity, correctness, conciseness, courtesy, correctness, consideration, completeness. We will discuss one by one. What is clarity? This means that the specific message has been sent instead of trying to send too many messages at one particular time. That means it should be clear. Message should be clear understanding, clarity of thoughts and ideas, use of simple, appropriate and precise words. Correctness, use of correct language, grammar, data, etc. is very important to communicate the message clearly. The features of correctness are timely, exact and correct message. Confidence booster, greater impact on the audience. And conciseness, this means communicating using minimum but appropriate words. It has the following features. One is time saving, avoids excessive usage of unnecessary words, short and limited, appealing and comprehensible, non-repeatable. Courtesy, this is one of the important C's of communication, as it shows the respect, politeness, judicious behavior to the other party, in turn creating goodwill. It has the following features: consideration of the feelings of the audience, positive and focused, unbiased. And next is concreteness. As the term suggests, it is specific, meaningful and clear, and avoids ambiguity and double meaning. This has the following features: supports facts and figures, clear and precise, avoids misinterpretation. And consideration, this implies that the audience is taken into consideration in terms of his or her viewpoints, culture, mindset, value, etc. The features of this are stress on you approach, empathetic, optimistic. And completeness, the last C of communication is completeness. As the term suggests, it means that any communication, be it personal or professional, should be complete. It should deliver all the fact and information required to send the message to the receiver. It has the following features. First one is builds reputation of the organization, cost saving, removes the barriers of vague information, helps in better decision making. Okay. And we have learned 7 C's of communication, and it is quite clear that communication is one of the most initial skill that should be practiced. Okay, so that all are about 7 C's. And next activity is here about this, and summary of the unit 1 is here. In this unit, we have discussed the evolution of communication, definition and the specific purpose of communication. Communication has evolved over a period of time. It started with the symbols, and in the present time, technology has penetrated to a large extent in the way we communicate. The way we communicate depends to a large extent on our attitude and beliefs. There is a distinction between business communication and general communication. The distinction between the two lies in terms of format, category, extent, presentation, aims, nature and feedback. The dimension of communication and the use of proper language has been discussed through the case study, and we have also learned the 7 C's of communication, which are clarity, correctness, conciseness, courtesy, correctness, concreteness, consideration and completeness. This help us in understanding the way one should communicate to make the communication effective. Okay, and keywords are here from this chapter. You just, if you feel any words are difficult, you just refer this section. And self-assessment questions is here. Discuss the role of business communication in business enterprises. Second is analyze your attitude as an important dimension of business communication. Communication is successful only when the purpose is fulfilled. Explain. Listening is also an important form of communication. Discuss and explain the verbal and non-verbal forms of business communication. So these are the self-assessment questions. This is about today's session, and this is the end of unit 1 of MMPC 007, and next video we will start with unit 2, and self-assessment questions also parallelly important. We already discussed in last videos also. Because it is in term and examination, you may expect the questions from here, so try to do it. In between any doubts, you can contact us anytime. For more MBA videos, you just do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents IGNOU MBA complete syllabus coverage classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online and flexible timing. For more details, contact on +916 238 21785.